Yo. Yo, 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 yo. Good evening, good evening. I am Nacho Detroit Hunter, and you are back in the building with the relationship game. Good to be back in the building. Always got to get my booze. And now here are my applauses. That is to be balanced. Just to let you know, I boo myself and I applaud myself greatly, just like everybody else does. But yeah, this is Relationship Game, and it's good to be back in the building on this Sunday evening, August 11. That's how we say it when we shoot dice. Shout out to Facebook and shout out to Instagram, to all my folks. Darnell, I see you just joined. You did that. And tonight, we, on the Relationship Game, we are talking about, or asking a question. There's a poll question on Facebook. Not everybody is privy to seeing, but I'll let you know. Is there a method to the madness in this dating game? Is there a method to the madness in this dating game? If there is, what is yours? If there is, yes or no, whatever. How does it go? Whatever the case may be. The next question that I have that we will talk about later, that I will bring up in question for everybody on Facebook and Instagram, and for all my Good News Radio listener, can women be happy without perfection? That is a question of yes or no that I can't personally answer, but I will just ask. And if you are out there in the audience land, and you can call in and let me know if you ladies can be pleased without perfection. And my third question, most importantly, because this episode is titled Methods / Ladies, it's not always about you. It's not all about you. And so we will get into that as the show progresses and going down that line. But again, let me give myself a round of applause, because it's just me here. Y'all can't hear it on the earphone. So Facebook Live, Instagram, I didn't put it on Facebook Live, but if you want to hear what's going on, the music or the background music, the pause, the cheers, the sound effects, you can download the Good News Radio app. You can hear all the shows, including the rest of them that's on our network. If you're a sports fan, we got Good News Radio Sports. Dope. Just heard an interview by Clipper Darrell, my man's Himes World. Pretty dope. You could also go to the website. If you're on your laptop, don't have a phone, you can go to the Good News Radio show. The Good News Radio Station.com. Click on Listen Live. We got an instant live chat. I can see it. I can respond to it. And you can listen. You can hear what's going on in the ears again. If you want to call in, anybody on Facebook, you can call in at 323-900-0478. Again, it's 323-900-0478. This show today is brought to you, sponsored by me, because I'm the only one here. But shout out to everyone that is not here. Deidre, who I miss. I haven't seen her in so long. I feel like it's been forever, along with Deidre. And then my man Tommy, who's busy doing this thing, photographer out here shooting with Todd Gurley. And then there's the consummate hater himself, that hates to love me, the one and only, the homie, Charles Handy, the dance hustler, who got a dope ass, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but they're like episodes of dance or whatever it is, but check him out at Hustle Man TV. He got some great clips, and if you just need to be put on, he got you. But again, this is the relationship game, and we're going to talk about relationships. But I want to ask y'all, how was y'all day first? How was y'all Sunday? I hope y'all went to church. What's new? For me, my son, who's 7, turning 8 this year on August 23rd. Shout out to the little homie. This is his first year playing football, and anybody that knows my son knows that he's more a nerd and scientist than actually brute or jock. And he's embraced the process of playing football. He's embraced the work ethic and the physicality of the sport. So I was proud of that, and we spent the whole day the other day outside in the yard just hitting and whatnot, playing football, practicing. He just got his gear yesterday, and he can't wait. So we will see if he keeps that same energy once he has to run with those pads on, and once he get hit, because once you get hit, it'll change a nigga life. But again, I'm Doncho Detroit, and I'm missing my cast. We actually had a dope poet that's supposed to be coming in, and silly me, Anybody know me? Know I do silly stuff. I actually forgot to give her the exact address. So whether she's still coming or not, we don't know, because I did just shoot it to her recently. But Peaches J, if you did get it, come through, because you have the address now. But if she doesn't come, we'll have her down next week, because it's definitely my fault, because I didn't give her the direct address and whatnot. So let's get to this this relations game. And so, is there a method to the madness of dating? Again, can a woman be happy? Can a woman be happy without perfection from men and from life? And then, ladies, are you aware if things are not all about you? And so, again, call in 323-900-0478, 323-900-0478. We about to get this party started. So this is where the question came from. A lot of people are dating. Now, obviously, this is called the relationship game, man. I run into a lot of people that are married. I run into a lot of people that are dating. I run into a lot of people that are in situationships. And I notice, good, bad, or indifferent, none of them operate the exact same way. You know, I've been around my friends all my life. Some since 94, some since 06. And with at least 10 years in all of those, none of us operate our relationship the exact same way. And when you get down to the nitty gritty of what's successful as a DJ, I've heard men say, just stick by her. You got to be faithful. Work through thick and thin. I've heard women say, you've got to cheat. I've heard grandparents say, lie every now and then. White lies only. So obviously there's a myriad of ways of going about this. So it just makes you raise the question of, is there a specific way to go about dating someone? And I'm a big sports fan. And so all week, I'm listening to people talk about how they would build the team. And if Carmelo deserved the shot because he didn't get an invite to the USA basketball situation. And, I feel like building a team and running your relationship are a lot. They're in a lot of ways, you're a GM of all this, and it's the same, So there's some people saying, invite Melo. You know what I'm saying? He's done this, he's done that. You know what I'm saying? And there's some people in the relationships as a GM of the relationships, you know what? She's good at this. She's good at that. He's good at this. He's good at that. You know what I'm saying? Accept this. Accept that. And like a GM in sports, you roughly want your team to look the same, especially, if you're in basketball, you want your center to be tall, to run, jump, and shoot, and to go on forth down the line. You know what I'm saying? But you want your center to block shots and rebound, your power forward to be powerful, block shots, rebound, be a stretch forward, your three, be a star, be tall, long enough to play the guard and rebound, but do everything. Your shooting guard be an exceptional too, and your point guard be able to orchestrate the team and knock down an open shot. That's the method to the madness of how you try to build a team for basketball. But if we're trying to be the GM of our relationship and we want to know the method to the madness of what the relationship is supposed to look like, I find that the basis of the majority of it, really for men, is loyalty. That's pretty concrete, right? You know what? Be loyal. Let me appreciate you. Give me peace. Sex me the fuck up. However that goes, and whatever it is you into, and whatever the order. But for the most part, you can concretely go those routes. And from guy to guy, for the most part, it'll look the same, probably in different areas. You know what I'm saying? be loyal to a sports team. Me and my sports and my fam. You know, they loyally cook for me. You know what I'm saying? Loyally don't lie, or for some people, loyally lie to me. You know what I'm saying? Tomato to tomato, but those characteristics are there, just how they would be for a man building a team. But the question is largely raised to me behind women. Is there a method to the madness of dating women? And, as my boy Darnell already alluded to, emphatically, he says, hell no. You know what I'm saying? He said the game changed every second of the day. You know what I'm saying? And that's really why I asked, because in my in our radio show group text thread, I'm thinking I'm reading a success story about black people, a black couple in their marriage. And when I go to the comments, because those are my favorite, this black couple is being denigrated, belittled, demeaned, critiqued, not constructively either, because of the nature of the story. Now, I asked 3 questions at the beginning of this podcast, which is there a method to this madness? And there's derivatives off of that, which is yes or no, and if so, what's yours? And the next question was, can women be pleased without perfection? And then the next one is, which was a statement, but more so, if I want to raise it as a question, is, do you know, ladies, that it's not all about you? And these 3 questions that made me talk about this on the show today came from this one thread, but from a multitude of women. And don't get me wrong, there were definitely multiples that were in good faith and supported this black couple. And I need to pull it up. But what tripped me out was the amount of women, because it took me a while to get to the positive quotes. It tripped me out about the amount of women that tore down this relationship. Granted, it's a success story. It read as a success story. I felt empowered reading it as a black man, reading about another black man whom I thought did it the right way. Well, I'm not gonna say the right way, but at the end of the day, he got to the end goal. You know what I'm saying? I thought that every woman wanted to be married. I thought every woman wanted to be, their appraisal value to be, I'm a wife. Like, I thought every woman wanted to hang that hat on their wall, that, you know what, someone wanted me. And in this story, she was married. She was wanted. She was loved. It was proven. She stayed. He swayed. But he married. And so, again, what's your method to the madness? And chime in, or you can call in at 323-900-0478. Again, 323-900-0478. Is there a method to the madness of dating? And so we'll move on to the next as people ponder on that. And so the next question that ran down that line is, can women be pleased without perfection? All right. Now, anybody that knows me knows that my favorite thing to do is to call women duplicitous. And the best way to think about duplicity is Two-Face, right? So if you're a guy and you ever seen Batman, there's Two-Face. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's the good side of him and there's the bad side of him, right? And, depending on how he flips that coin and how it lands, or how he feels day to day, you know what I'm saying, depends on his good and bad. He's both good and bad on an often day. And now a lot of us can read that day. A lot of us have our days, you know what I'm saying, emotionally, you know what I'm saying, where we're provoked, you know what I'm saying, like, you had a bad day at work, you're provoked, so you upset. So a nice guy is upset, you know what I'm saying. A dude that has a bad temper, a day goes his way. So on this day, he's very happy. Not quite the same, but carries the same sentiment. Women, and the reason why I call them duplicitous in every way, they want you to be good, bad, indifferent, on their side, loyal, disloyal, everything outside and in between. A girl's gonna want you to be overly rough, overly aggressive, but be sensitive at the same time. So you can pull her hair, but don't you pull her hair too hard. It's crazy, but you better pull it hard enough. You know what I'm saying? You can fuck her. Don't ever say fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But you fuck the shit out of her. But if you do it too rough, then you fucked her like a hoe and she don't like that. But you can't go in there like no bitch because she won't respect you. You won't get a call back. Or you'll just be giving head for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? What else? So many. You know what I'm saying? Women want you to listen. So there's this meme going around or whatever, and the women talk about not being crazy, right? So don't call a girl crazy, but she wants you to accept her crazy. That's interesting. So don't let me call you crazy, but you want me to accept you for crazy. And so this is again alluding to, can a woman be happy without perfection? And I guess I should add to that, what is that? But we're talking about the duplicity in women of how it's hard to be perfect for a woman because they want you in every way, right? They want the guy that everybody's attracted to. They don't want the guy that nobody's looking at, no matter how attracted to him they are. Cool. But then once they get the guy that has all the women that everybody's attracted to, they want him to only be it's not nonsensical to only be with them. But if that wasn't enough, even though his track record says he has a lot of women, they want him to be the only person that he's attracted to, which is crazy. Women say don't look, but they look at everything. You know what I'm saying? They say don't judge, but they judge everybody. Can a woman be pleased? You know what I'm saying? Without perfection. And what does that look like? Duplicity, right? Women aren't gay. They not. But they just live a gay life. You know what I'm saying? They call each other girlfriends. They walk hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? They sleep in the same bed, head to head. You know what I'm saying? They can kiss each other on the lips. Fuck that. They can fuck. They can eat, give head. Call it a college experience. But they as hetero as they come. Duplicitous. Want stuff in every way. And so when I'm reading these comments that spawn my thought about, can a woman be pleased? Literally. And just for a synopsis, it's a black couple. They have been together since high school, essentially. He liked her, told her, hey, you're going to be my girl, you're going to be my wife. She said, you're right. They graduate. They link up some years later. They run into each other. They start dating. By the time she's like 21, 22, they have 2 kids. In total, they have 5 beautiful kids. Over the course of a year, they stayed together. He runs a rig company, for TV shows and stuff. He sets up the rigs, the booms, the moving carts and all that, whatever, provides the TV shows with the materials that they need to put on TV and movies. And it's a successful business. She started some type of skincare business of some sort. Going great. Booming. So now they're 2 business owners that started from when they were young, and now they're married, right? They have dual incomes, good house and home. In this piece, he talks about why he appreciates her. And he mentioned that she was loyal, and one of the things that he mentioned was she had every opportunity to leave, and she didn't, especially when he was facing 20 years. So for him, he's like, you know what? I beat that. Once he beat that, he did away with everything. Mind you, that's all that he said. I'm not sure. It didn't mention anything to my knowledge about any other women or anything, but it just said he beat a case where he was facing 20 years. But he did say that she had every opportunity to leave because he was not the perfect man. But now that he's a successful business owner and their life is together, he married her. He told her he wanted to marry her, and he did it. Now she's a wife, 5 kids, 4 girls, 1 boy. Can't beat that with the baseball bat. They live in the American dream. What is so bad about that story? I don't know. Right? I have no clue. So as I'm reading the comments, because again, I'm trying to figure out what's bad about the story, and I'm just expecting for all the women to be happy, like, oh, I would want something like that too. And I really should have wrote the girl's name down, but I just wasn't thinking at the time. Comment says she's upset. First thing is, okay, yeah, I know they got married, but why do niggas always gotta put women through everything? Why did she's stupid for staying? We all are. I'm glad she got married, but nah, that's dumb. I'm paraphrasing. And I couldn't believe the shit that I was reading. Like, hold on. She got married. She stayed. And you were mad. So that just made me that made me just wonder. That made me say, like, damn, like, is there a perfect way to, like, you just can't please a woman? Like, how do you please a woman? Good job. Black man. He beat the case. So technically he don't got a record. They married. So a bunch of women agreed with her. But yeah, sis, this, that, and the third. Yeah, sis, woo, woo. Right as I'm about to exit the page because it was getting sickening with everybody that was agreeing with her. And it wasn't enough women that were applauding her. Although I know that there are plenty. Another lady that comments gets mad and said, why don't they focus on the regular stories? Like, it's those of us out here that have regular jobs with a man that don't have a record, and we want marriage too. Then she goes into her story, says she's been with her dude for like 10, 11 years. He ain't never been in jail, and all they want to do is work and get money and build together too. She was mad because she felt that they should have focused on a story like hers as opposed to a story like the one she was reading. And so her comment is the one that inspired me or raised the thought, you know what I'm saying, to ask if women know that everything in life isn't about them. Like, granted, growing up, my uncle said you can't live with them, you can't live without them. And I was like, yeah, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I can live without them, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? Because we love them too much. You know what I'm saying? They are our sun and the moon and our stars. We get that. But despite that, life still goes on for us. We still have to deal with cops working, you know what I'm saying, being black, corporate, and then dumb shit on the streets. We have to deal with poverty and being a man and beating poverty while trying to be the man. We got to learn how to do all that, most of us, without the male figure in our house. We got to do that while not learning how to deal with the cops. Nobody teaching us how to deal with the cops. We got to do that while having mental illness, whether it's societal or genetic, and being absent-minded that it even exists within us, not knowing what it is. We got to do that without ever really somebody helping us or getting us to read a book for us to even really educate ourselves. Think about it. Most men in Cajun families or good families grow up reading somehow, some way. So they're really educated when they get to school because they're educated outside of school. School is just babysitting. They ain't really teaching us much. They're not teaching us how to balance checkbooks or how to handle money, build businesses or anything. You don't really pseudo kind of learn that, quasi learn that until you get to college, and it really then it's really about networking. So we're in this world trying to learn how to figure out how to get ours, and that has nothing to do with a woman. And I bring that up to say, because in this process, in this story, right, we never take the eye off the prize that we want to get married. I don't know many men that didn't start off wanting to get married. Now, along the way, they may have said, fuck that shit, because of some trifling ass woman. But in this story, all he said was, and I'm not saying that he didn't cheat, but that's not the point. In this story, all he said was she could have left. She had chances. And I'm assuming he named the biggest thing that she was facing, which is he was facing 20 years to life. And instead of acknowledging or jumping on his back and applauding his queen for staying and getting just due and the dividends paying off, she decides to get mad because he had to go through that. Well, guess what, ladies? A lot of the stuff that men go through prior to them getting to you, especially that has nothing to do with a woman, has nothing to do with you. Y'all raised up in separate homes, and aside from that, you guys are treated way different. It's a struggle for a man to make it home on a daily basis. My concern with having a boy is that there's going to be a point where they're not going to look at him as a child, and he's going to be a boy wearing a certain color or from a certain hood, walking the streets, and either gang members or the cops could possibly have it out for him. As a woman, you really only got to worry about being an innocent bystander of being in this hood, but that's not really a concern. You know what I'm saying? Your concerns, although different but equal, because that's your life, and I'm not making them small, but your concerns aren't so much life and death, it's promotions during work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless you live in a certain life, unless you get out there gangbanging or whatever the case may be, or trapping or something like that. But for the most part, they let you grow up. Men and other people open the doors depending on your level of pretty. You know what I'm saying? So, like, life has a pathway for you. You just got to go to school and not really F it up. And then worry about the corporate world, the racist part of it, and dealing with male chauvinistic type men that are trying to hold you back and not have you make your fair wage. But that's not life and death. That's not having to be the man at a young age. Because when we're young, it's, hey, provide, secure. Be aggressive. Compete. Hell, we got to compete for y'all every day. You know what I'm saying? And our competition is different when you're the hunter as opposed to the hunted. You know what I'm saying? If there's 30 women coming at me, it's just up to me to pick which one of those 30 I want. I could have, 10 that are A's, 10 that are B's, 10 that are C's. And 10 that are C's, I might lose out to 4 or 5 because there was a better guy than me another end. But hey, I still got the pick of my litter. Well, imagine trying to hunt for someone who doesn't want you and you see value in them, but they don't see value in you. That's men, the majority of life. And again, that has a little something to do with you, but that's also built around how society is built. And now women are getting a little bit more taste of that now because, you guys get to be independent. You get to be open sexually and deal with it. But even then, all you're dealing with is quote unquote slander. And that's not coming from us. That's coming from your fellow counterparts as women. As long as you don't lie to us, we don't care what you do. We'll keep your secrets as long as you're honest. It's when you're dishonest that we don't. Oh, okay, you was a lying ass bitch. So now I'm gonna tell you shit. You know what I'm saying? You lied about this. You told me it was only 3, but it was really 4. You tried to fool me that it was 5, but it was really 15. Had you told me it was 20 from the jump, I wouldn't even trip. It is what it is. But again, so we're talking about what's the methods to the madness? You know what I'm saying? In dating, we're talking about, can a woman be pleased without perfection? And then we're letting and asking ladies know, do you not know that everything is not about you? And that's what I'm talking to on the latter end. Again, call in 323-900-048 or chime in. Sorry. Anyway, so at this point, I'm wondering to myself, like, hey, and remember we talked about duplicity, right? We talked about women wanting the good and bad, and so I'm wondering if this girl just made this comment, who was mad because instead of being happy for the queen that she got married to her high school sweetheart, she was judging her for staying with the man who was facing 20 to life, didn't get 20 to life, but she's hating on this woman. I was wondering, like, well, I wonder if she ever went to college and if she ever had a whole phase. And if she didn't go to college, if she just ever had a whole phase. Because a lot of the damage that get done to men are when they were trying to be with a girl who they knew was going to be a good girl. But at the time that they met that girl, she was in her whole phase. And if you've ever caught a girl through her whole phase, you know it ain't nothing you can do about it. Hey, look, later in life, you know what I'm saying, 10 years later, if I meet you 5 years from now, if I meet you 10 years from now, then I'm going to marry you. But right now, nah. And see, most men, we're into sex, not as much as women are, but we're into sex. We want it, we'll deal with it, but it's really extracurricular activity. We deal with women, but we're on the prowl for women because that's what we do. But when we find a woman that we think was worth marrying, we can be 19, and she's going to stop us dead in our tracks. I promise you. There is no giving that girl up, waiting, I'm going to come back when I'm 25. You know what I'm saying? 10 years from now. That's not the case. A man sees you, if he knows for a fact he wants to marry you and there's a shot to shoot or a window to get through, he's going to take it and try to sneak through it. Period. So we're talking about duplicity here. You're mad because this woman accepted this man and stayed faithful and loyal to this man, although he was facing 20 years, and you're getting mad at men asking the question, why we always got to put y'all through something. And that wasn't about you. He was trying to find his way, and he was with a woman. During the course of him trying to find his way, he saw her. They had sex. They fell in love. They had kids. So he's constantly trying to deal with her. He's constantly dealing with her, living with her, managing a relationship and rapport with her as he's trying to find his way. And at every chance that he had, that he put her through something bad, because he was trying to find his way, he still stayed. She still stayed. You know why? Because she liked that nigga unequivocally for him. And for a man, it don't get no deeper than that, because there's so many women out here that can look you in your face and lie to you with the same tears and the smile that they'll smile and cry to you with. See, this is what I know with most men as it pertains to lying. You know what I'm saying? Like in our whole phase. You know what I'm saying? When niggas cheat, they try to do it away from you. They'll do their best to keep it away from you. You know what I'm saying? And even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might, a woman will find a lot of literature, she'll find a lot of evidence, but it'll be in her looking for it. You know what I'm saying? But when she finds it, for the most part, what she will be able to tie to it is either omission, absence, or just a straight out lie. Hey, you said you was at the gas station, but you wasn't. Women have a bad habit of lying to you the same way that they will tell you the truth. And that is the worst thing that could happen to a man. Because now when you go to the next woman and she's smiling, or he's genuinely hurt her and she's genuinely hurt, she's crying, he remembers like, damn, the last bitch lied to me with crocodile tears too. But she was sucking and swallowing a homie dick all the way down. You know what I'm saying? And she could have did all of that because it was her whole face, or whatever, she was just genuinely caught up. She could have did all that without all of that. You know what I'm saying? A nigga will deny. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting that past people. Deny. Nah. You know what I'm saying? No. I didn't. No. Right? So that's fair. You know what I'm saying? If you ever cheating, you deny until you caught red-handed. But once a nigga's caught red-handed, all right, you got me. What can I do to fix this? Right? We're talking about duplicity here. All right. We're talking about being double-sided, wanting everything in every way. Can a woman be pleased? What is the method to the madness of this dating and staying happy? Because there's so many variables that go with it. Deny, whatever. However, a woman, after she denies, she's going to challenge you on her character. So what are you saying about me? I would never. You know my mother. She will cry to you. What do you think of me if this is what you're saying? How could you ever think that I would do something to you like that? And she's going to say this with a smile. She's going to say this with tears. She's going to say, I promise you. You going to tell her as a man, hey, look me in my eye and tell me that this is not true. She's going to do that. And because we want to believe you, we're going to give you every opportunity. And so when women ask the question oftentimes of why men don't take women back, well, there's two reasons for that when they cheat. One is because men often don't deal with their feelings. So when you break a nigga heart, it's like him breaking something for the first time. Like, you know, men can't love a lot of things outside of sports and their passion. You know what I'm saying? We don't get to, niggas is out here grimy, competing for your girl, competing for your job, competing for your life. So we can't be too cozy because there's too many hunters. It's just too many, niggas out here with ill will coming after you. Not to say that it's not the case with women, but women are more empathic. You know what I'm saying? That they have empathy. You know what I'm saying? They're more soothing. You know what I'm saying? They're emotional all the day. You guys cry often, and it's okay. You take your 15 minutes to cry and move on. You know it's okay to cry and hurt because you do it all the time and you move on. Hell, you got a monthly where you hurt. You take your time and you move on. Well, men, don't you cry? Don't you feel that way? You know what I'm saying? So when a woman that we love the most, the world tells us it's okay to love openly and as much as you can because that's your wife or your wife to be, or you want her to be, whatever the case may be, and she breaks your heart, that's hard to deal with because you don't have to deal with those emotions on a daily basis. So now let's bring this back. So now you're wondering why men don't love and like you or recover from shit. Well, one, he doesn't deal with it often. But two, it's because everything that you did that was dirty, you're doing, that's good. So I've taken plenty of women back, and as most men have, right? When you take a woman back, most women aren't contrite. Most women don't know how to show contrition. That's the other problem. You know what I'm saying? Contrition to a woman sucks, especially if she never had a dad to really know what that's like. To just be like, you know what? I'm sorry, Dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Mom. You know what I'm saying? To be apologetic is not in a woman's DNA. You know what I'm saying? When men apologize, when men fuck up, there's this monumental task of trying to prove himself that I'm better and that I fucked up. Flowers, candy, consistency, dates, things he promised that he never gave her, whatever, to prove himself. What does a woman do when she's fucked up, when she's cheated, and she wants to be taken back? She says, I'm sorry. And she offers him the same thing that she offers him for Valentine's Day, his birthday, and every other man she's ever been intimate with, which is sex. So for him, how does he understand that you feel him and where he's come from? Because for you, when he fucks up by you, he has to show the world that he's sorry. Publicly. Public gesture. You know what I'm saying? Become a complete changed soul. Walk and move differently so that you will understand. And for the most part, for a lot of women, it needs to be a spectacle because they need an okay from the world. So like, yeah, take him back. He's sorry, whatever. But when a nigga loves a girl and she's broken his heart, he doesn't get that. So again, we're talking about the comment where I'm mad at this girl because she, instead of supporting this girl for staying with her man, getting married, but he did something in his gang life, or whatever, because he said he was criminal oriented, that had him facing 20 years to life. She tore him down. Like, that's just stupid. Why niggas always got to put us through something? And I brought up the whole phase for a woman because when you did that, when you was going through your whole phase, the only thing you have to say about it is, oh, well, I was going through a phase. It's over. It's behind me. That's that. I was young and I was dumb. I was full of cum. Don't judge me by that. Don't hold me to that standard. And here this man was going through something, growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we not allowed for growth? He's going through growth, evolution, change, navigation, and trying to figure it out. Yes, he's making mistakes, and yes, he made mistakes, and yes, we make mistakes in trying to figure that out. Yes, we're difficult. Yes, we are aggressive. But you guys are pseudo crazy and emotional and duplicitous. There is no... it wasn't 30 seconds in that I started this, when I started the live or the show, and I asked if women can be pleased, and the homie's like, hell nah. And that's a common sentiment. The girl wants you to do everything and everybody in between. Girls don't want you. They don't want you to watch football, but they want you to give them time, leave them alone, let them do them. But if you love football too much, they'll compete for your time. They'll walk. They won't. A girl will not walk by you naked for nothing until you watching the game. I've had that happen to me. I'm watching the Niners on whatever. I'm watching ESPN, and my girl at the time walks by me asshole naked. I'm trying to watch the game. I do want to fuck, but I'm trying to watch the game. But why would you choose during the game to flirt with me or to walk by asshole naked? I cannot count on my hand one time. Okay, I'm lying. But as a distraction, you know what I'm saying? Because that could happen plenty of times. That's happened plenty of times to me where, you know what, I'm watching something, especially a sports thing, or I'm trying to get somewhere to a sporting event, and all of a sudden, it's like, well, don't you want to do this? Shit, I've been asking you for a long time. Because we could have did it last night, but you weren't fucking with me. But we was in a good mood. We went out to eat. You know what I'm saying? You had a new outfit. You was looking good or whatever. And then for a prime night where I'm thinking shit can go great, you was like, nah, let's just go to sleep. Come on. What the? All right, cool. Go to sleep. But now that I'm chilling, watching the game, thinking nothing about you, you want to compete for my time with the game by trying to offer me just trifling. Every way. Duplicitous. So there's the next girl on the comment that's mad at the I guess the shade room, because that's who posted it. She's mad, like, hey, you know what, let me just focus. Y'all should focus more on regular couples, you know what I'm saying? People that ain't been to jail. Some people don't want niggas that, whatever the case. She said something to the extent, but then she brought in that she was with her dude for 10 years and he's an educator, she's an educator, and they just want to get educated and get money. Well, first off, she didn't really say much. You know what I'm saying? She talked about what she wanted to do. We're talking about a self-actualized couple. We're talking about a couple that did that. What you want to do. They're getting money. They're together. They're married. She didn't mention that. She just said, focus on me. Hey, look at me. And to me, that is, again, it's duplicity, because I'm a big advocate of women. But what has come to irk my nerves is, especially because I'm an NFL fan, is the feminism movement behind it. You know, you got niggas losing careers because a girl's running to the cop saying he hit me with no proof. Cop and the NFL's reacting like, oh shit, suspending. Oh shit, team's cutting him. Police investigation. Well, shit, we couldn't find shit. Now he's out of a job. But to support women, because women are a big fan base in the NFL, 50-something%, over 50-something%, if not 60, they rush to judgment. Hope Solo gets domestic violence. Nobody says anything to her. They filed. But again, duplicity. You know what I'm saying? You want something, but you don't treat it the same in return. The feminist movement, right? Women are so uplifting to women, empower women, equal rights, equal pay. Cool, you deserve all that. But women don't want the same things that come along with all of that. Well, look, if you want equal rights and equal pay, then when we both rushing through this door for this job and I'm pushing this nigga down, I'm going to push your ass down too. I don't have time to be gentleman-like. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be independent and you want to work and make money, great. Cool. Do you. But should that take away from cooking and cleaning? Because now you want me to do it. But you still trying to play the gender role game. Oh, okay, well, I don't want to cook and clean. You ignore that gender role. I want to work. You want to be independent. That's feminism. But you want me to mow lawns, fix shit, water grass, take out trash. But because you're an independent woman, you shouldn't feel that you have to cook or in some way be subservient of any kind or any manner. Well, which one is it? It can't be both. But that's the way women live their life. Non-concrete, abstract, emotional. You know what I'm saying? Again, we started this off about in a way where we talked about in relation to sports about a GM, general manager, building a team, a basketball team, and what that looks like, and it's pretty concrete. You know what I'm saying? From every 5 positions and the method to the madness of how that's done, and what's the concrete method to the madness of dating. You know what I'm saying? For a man, it's loyalty. You know what I'm saying? It's appreciation. Sex me. You know what I'm saying? And whatever his actual passion is in life, because that may change. But in the end, those that are most loyal to a man are the ones that typically stand. Not the prettiest, not the smartest. We don't even know what that really means. Those are two subjective things, pretty and smart. It seems like all the dumbest people have degrees. So, we don't know. But the things that we can't find anywhere that we will never forsake, loyalty and appreciation. Women want consistency, but it's abstract because they're never really consistent because they want everything. Women will consistently cook and have sex to get you, but then will stop cooking and sex wanes over time to keep you. And when you ask for it, they act like you. They look at you all shocked and appalled, like, nigga, who the fuck you think I am? Nigga, you cook. Nigga, go masturbate. You have sex with yourself. Well, I don't remember that when we got together. And I'm not saying that niggas don't stop doing what they doing, but we're talking about the queens of this world being duplicitous because you guys will build each other up so high, especially in this movement of black women and femininity or whatever in the feminist movement. But then y'all tear each other down so quick. This is a successful story about a black couple. I see no reason, especially for any black woman, to look at this couple negatively. And yet, and still, there were plenty doing so. Make up your mind, because if y'all can't get behind you, if black women can't get behind black women and a black couple that made it, how can anybody else? Blows my mind. And so, is there a method to your madness of dating? Is there a way to go about a successful relationship in concrete? Or is it to each its own? Is it necessary to have different permutations of what something's supposed to look like? And if that's the case, what exactly is that something? Should something be built more on loyalty? Should it be built more on truth? Should it be based predominantly in religion? Should you lie? Should you not? Should you open it up? Should you be closed? What exactly is the method to the madness? And that's just something that I hope that we think about. As a woman, can you be pleased without perfection? We know that you will maintain. We know that you will marry. But can you be pleased without perfection? And I'm not talking about in settling. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things that I like. There's a lot of things that I don't like. But it's easier for me to thrive and be happy with something that I like that'll allow me to marry a person and block out all the other things and be happy about that one thing, as opposed to feel like I'm settling because I only have one thing. And I think that's a lot of women. I think a lot of women will accept and marry people, men, but they won't necessarily, they can't thrive and be happy in it. Like, you know what I really want is 10 out of 10, but I only got 8 out of 10, so I guess I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being hyperbolic, but to an extent. But we know women like that. You know what I'm saying? We know women that are over the top and want everything. So I was just genuinely sad about seeing the comments and don't get me wrong, there were positive comments, but I really didn't. I know there's one in every group, but this is more than one. These are thousands of women mad. Why? She made it. You know, since 50 Shades came out, there's been a lot of women opening up about their sexuality and how they like to be dominated, right? And there's always a lot of women like, if you got to do all that to get a man, like, I'm cool, I'm good. Maybe that's what she needs to do to be happy, but you not fucking her, you not getting her nuts off. What you eating, they making her shit. So I don't understand why you just can't be happy for the woman, even though in domination, the person that's really in control is the one that's being dominated, if you think about it. Last week, there's a story posted on World Star Hip Hop. A girl got a boyfriend and she's doing some role reversal. She's pegging with her dude. She's happy. Girl going off on her homegirl. I mean, screaming at the top of her lungs, like, nah, B-word, like, that's gay. Woo, woo, woo. She's happy. That's her friend. Now, at the moment that she tells you, like, he come back and she cheated with the homie Todd or whatever, because then you go off and you tell her, like, all right, look, these were indications or whatever. But again, duplicity. Because for every indication that a girl is gay, she is not unless she says so. That kiss, when she kissed her girl, meant nothing. When she was dancing with her girl, slapping her ass, meant nothing. That time she ate vagina, you know what I'm saying? Got drunk, it did nothing. And it's cool, you know what I'm saying? The time that she lied and wanted forgiveness, just because she said sorry, we gave it to you. But when he lied, he was like, nah, you need to prove better to me. Prove me. Do something. Show me. Well, you didn't show me. Now, I do know niggas can make up with giving some good dick, you know what I'm saying, as women do with giving good vagina. So I'll call that one even. But I just feel like for every which and way, ladies, that you want it, you don't want it, and you fight for it. And I was just thinking about, and I'm about to wrap up in about 7 minutes or so, but it just tripped me out how abstract a woman's love and what her wants really are. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know love changes per person, but again, loyalty and appreciation, that's what a nigga want for the most part in sex. And for all that a woman wants, she doesn't, or she wants the exact opposite as well. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't go both ways. Like, it's so hard to describe a woman's love. And sometimes that's even for women. They'll name a bunch of shit, right? And you be like, yeah, cool. Okay, that's their love. And then they'll name a bunch of shit in addition to that that's on the opposite side of the shit that they just named. You know, I need me a good man. Cool. No record, no nothing. Cool. But I need me a thug and a gang member. You know, that trapping ass nigga. Woo. Wait, what? Okay, well, which one you want? Well, I need me a trapping ass thug nigga, a gangbanging, and that's a good man. Okay, that's possible. Without the threat of going to jail, that's not possible. That's not. He's trapping. With a good job, that's not possible. He's a gang member and a drug dealer. That is his job. You get what I'm saying? So, and it's, it almost reminds me. It almost reminds me of the practicality of what women want, which is why most women don't chase niggas with dreams outside of tangible, practical career goals. Like if a nigga said, I want to be music, I want to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a painter. I want to be a dancer. I want to make music. It's like, nah, nigga, that's stupid. Get a real job. All right, cool. But should he make it? Hey, you know what? I want to be with you. Even though it's still not sustainable, he can be off the map the next day. Once he got that bag, it's like, oh, he's cool. But walking that walk, nah, it's cool. Anyway, again, this is the Good News Podcast, and I hope that during this episode of the Relationship Game on the Good News Podcast, I've said something that enlightened you, and even if I didn't, and next time tell me about myself when you see me. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm here pretty much every Sunday at 8 or about 8. I'm usually walking in the door like 7:45. I'll be running late, but you can always find us here. Again, Peaches J, who's a dope poet. My apologies to you. I forgot to give her the address, y'all, but she's a dope poet and she'll be in here. We're having a showcase this month. We'll check that out. If you're into live music, come do that. Ladies, it's not all about you, but it is about you. It's just not all about you. And if you can grasp that, if you can grasp peace of mind, then you win it. Even if you already married. Ladies, again, I meet a lot of women that don't believe in interning for free. They want to get paid for it. Well, the dating process is an internship. Being paid is the forever. Whether that's him staying forever or him marrying you. Learn to respect the process and the man. Love him for who he is and not for who you want him to be. Love him how you need him, how he needs to be loved, and not how you think he should be loved. If he just needs you to listen to him, you talking to him ain't gonna do nothing for him. I said it last week. If he's a words of affirmation type of person and you giving him all the action, it doesn't matter. That's usually how it goes, but the other way around. Most men like, hey, I'm showing you. But if he don't ever tell you nothing, then you be like, I don't know. But it's up to us or any individual to understand how our mate needs to be loved and should be loved, and not love them how we need to be loved. Because we're different people. We're raised differently. Again, this is the Good News radio station. There's a Good News app, which is the Good News Radio podcast that you can download and you listen to us anytime. Listen to all the shows. We have a very dope cast of radio hosts. If you're a man, we have a dope cast of sports radio shows that you will find most in depth, and you'll want to chime in and get that. But that's again the Good News Radio podcast. It's been real, and again, shout out to everybody that couldn't be here. Deidre, Tommy, Dan Sussel. Shout out to Akila Trinae as well. Shout out to family and everybody that's listening. K-Web, what's up? Thank you, Nacho. I need to come bowl with you. Tara, don't you talk about me. Star, what's good? Hakeem, Yo, Ray Lee, appreciate you. Ryan, Ahmad, and the folks, thank you for spending this time with me. I am Dontrell Detroit, and it's been real. This is the Relationship Game. Tune back in with us Sunday at 8. It's been real. Yeah.